Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Crypto Takeover coming back with another video again for y'all this evening. And on today's video, we're going to take a look at the charts. Bitcoin had a nice little pump yesterday after that QE announcement. Basically, hyperinflation is on the rise and it's not going to be suitable for, the next couple of years. And the government just doesn't understand that, or this is part of the plan to maybe have the cryptocurrency takeover. Cashless society will be implemented, and after that, yesterday's announcement with QE being implemented, that is going to mean that this 21 million Bitcoin is going to be all that there is. There's not going to be any more that will ever be made in the algorithm at all. So that just puts a value at Bitcoin, and I believe that that's what the pump from yesterday was after that QE announcement. It just means that hyperinflation will be here staring at us in the face, and our dollar will be close to nothing. So with that being said, y'all, sorry for going off on the rant. If y'all are brand new to this channel, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that we all can be updated every single time I make a video. And let's go ahead and dive on into the charts. So if y'all are curious, I use Market Cipher by CryptoFace as an indicator, and then I also use a few other custom indicators that are free but have been programmed to a custom way that I like to use them. So we're going to take a look all the way starting from the 15-minute time frame and then make our way up from here. So we're at the 15-minute time frame. So we had that QE pump, and that would have been a nice little bullish sign here of us moving into that money flow on the 15-minute, that green money flow. And then I was thinking, well, we'll have a fib retracement, a fib channel here that will probably stay in consolidation in, but it looks like the just based on this announcement, and then also other leading factors with the economy and, what's going to happen to banking systems after all this is said and done, it really leaves uncertainty in people's minds. So people are trying to look for safe havens right now. They're trying to figure out what might be the best possible source of a safe haven, whether it's your food supply, your toilet paper, or, guns and ammo. Just supplies that is needed to survive this catastrophe, basically, that we are going to be going through for the next couple of months. I actually have a friend in China right now who reached out. I reached out to her, but she had updated a post and talking about how China had been going through this, for several months, and that they're, just now starting to recover, and not even fully recovered yet, but they basically just started to round at their bell curve of this. And the U.S. is far from that. And I want to say that the U.S. is, we'll take a look at the charts really quick here for the COVID, but the U.S. has drastically been on the rise for confirmations on this too. We're right behind Italy now. I remember when we were even below Spain at the moment, that was over the weekend we were below Spain, and just in the past couple of days we've still been on the rise. This raised from 100,000 within 2 days. I remember looking at this and being at 300,000, and now it's at 400,000. So a lot of y'all know also that I follow a few other Patreon members as well, and so y'all can check out who all I follow, who all I pay for as a that's involved in the crypto space too. I have all that linked down in the description box below. But Michelle Whitedove is one of the people that I follow, and she has predicted that this is going to be tremendous for us to get past, and that she honestly sees this number rising above 1 million, and I have no doubt in my mind that it will definitely be above 1 million, probably by the end of this month, I would imagine, just based on the rise that we're rising. 100,000 confirmed total cases every 2 days. Easily will be over 1 million confirmed cases probably by the end of this month. So with that being said, we just need to figure out what's going to be our safest haven, to get into. And hopefully some of y'all have prepared for this as well. I know I've been following preppers for a long time on YouTube that have been talking about this moment for us. And here it is. It's staring us right in the face. And so I hope that everyone's done their due diligence to become better prepared. And now we're going to focus on, at least for myself, what this channel brings is the compound interest of, accumulating this asset that will probably end up, rising up above this and will last more or longer than anything else that the current banking system is responsible for. So, sorry for getting off on a tangent, on a rant, but I feel the need to express some of this stuff too, that we just have to be ready. So, so our 15-minute time frame is obviously telling us that we might have a little bit of consolidation here based on our red moving down into our red money flow. Currently putting in a green dot here, but I could see us coming back down to retest this 200 EMA, which is currently at about 6,400. So that might be an option for us to maybe say, oh, well, we'll be in this red money flow all the way down to about that 6,400 area. And I have this, we'll look at this trend line here, this blue trend line that I've drawn out to as well. We'll take a look at that going into our 30-minute time frame. We can see that our money flow is still starting to round off just a tad bit, so just take extra precautions here. I was in a little bit of a long position since yesterday, closed it out in a little bit of profit. Not much though, so we're just kind of waiting for some more confirmations on a good entry spot maybe. So shout out to my Patreon members and my VIP signal group, keeping them up to date constantly. We're always looking out for each other, having each other's backs and everything. So we will do well in this. It's just everything's changing at the moment, drastically changing from hour to hour pretty much. So we're going to wait for the right setup, and then we'll go ahead and take it. So on our 45-minute time frame, we're still in our green money flow here. We are kind of trending down to our 21 EMA, finding a little bit of support there. So I would say that if we get these crosses with our 13 and our 21, we're going to have to keep an eye out on that to see if it's going to be a little bit bearish or not. But we're starting to approach this blue line here. So that is a parabolic trend line that I've drawn out, so we will keep an eye on that as we start to move out into our higher time frames. And if we start to see where we might touch that at, I would say probably going on into the tomorrow, possibly we might touch this trend line. So it's going to be a key trend line for me that I'm going to be looking out for just to see what kind of support we'll have. And then also I have another straight trend line here that's also an ascending trend line as well. So some key areas to look out for. We are definitely making some bullish crosses here. 21 crossing above, our 100 crossing above our 200, 50 crossing above our 200 as well. But what I want to see is maybe some consolidation with these trend lines, or these EMAs, sorry. These consolidation with some EMAs, maybe the 13 crosses below the 21, but I think that maybe based on our 1 hour here, we'll probably have a little bit of sideways movement. We can see that our money flow was in the red. We did have it peak into the green just a tad bit, but we're starting to see somewhat of a little bit of a curvature here. Let me see if I can draw this out. So it is starting to round just a tad bit here. Let me see if I can fix that for y'all, make it a little bit thicker. So it's starting to round just a tad bit here to the side, so we might see a little bit more red. This is why I just want to take precautions, why I was on a short scalp for just a tad bit, but then decided to cut it for right now, just because some things could get a little bit sidewaysy, some sideways movement, or maybe a little bit of a downturn possibly. But as we start to go into our higher time frames, we'll take a look and see what's happening. So did want to turn on Will's buy sell signal is on. 1 hour had a sell signal way back there. Wow. Okay, so we had a sell signal, we kept pumping. I would imagine that if we still get a little bit of a rise here, maybe some consolidation and some sideways movement, we'll probably be signaling that buy signal pretty soon on our 1 hour as well. And then our 2 hour, we have our sell signal on our 2 hour that has taken place. So money flow is kind of rounding off just a tad bit here. So I want to take a little bit extra precaution just to see what's going to happen. So this is also a reason why I was short and we got stopped out back here. I was thinking, oh, well, this was going to be our top of our money flow here and we're going to round off. But, or no, it was right about here, I think. But we still kept pumping even though we were in our red money flow as well, too. So I was thinking once we got this red dot, that was a good confirmation, but our money flow just continued to go to the upside too. But now it's just starting to round off just a tad bit, and that bearish momentum that I was kind of looking for is kind of playing out right now too. But after we had a substantial pump. So let's go back to our 2 hour. I just want to take a look at the EMAs here. Still trending above our 13 and our 21, having some bullish crosses here. We got a bunch of death crosses, kind of faked us out. And then we move back up. Still trending above our 13 EMA, so we could find that as support as we approach this blue trend line here. We'll see what happens. And then I did have this trend line drawn out, but I'm not a huge fan of this. So, or is that our 20? Is that our 20? Oh wait, I think that's our EMA. Yeah, that's our EMA. Okay. Okay, so we'll leave that on there. That is our 200 daily EMA. So, but as you can see, we're starting to make some nice bullish crosses here. Our 21 or our 13 EMA is crossing above our 200. So another sign of a bullish cross. 2 hour is having a little bit of consolidation here. But if we come down and retest maybe this 200 again, we'll see if we can find support at our 200, which is at about 5,600. Maybe have a good nice little entry point there, but we'll take a look and see, or we continue back down to that 21 EMA. We'll just have to kind of play it out and see what happens. Our 4 hour also moving into that green money flow finally. So this was another reason I was a little bit long, like right about here, is because of our green money flow also moving and going into our 4 hour, but we are having a little bit of a doji here, a little bit of uncertainty happening. So this was another reason why I went ahead and cut the long position for right now at least. So 4 hour is kind of giving us a little bit of a reversal signal, just a tad bit. So I do want to be cautious here just to say, okay, we could, come back down and retrace to at least maybe that 21 EMA at about 6,200 and maybe that 13, see if we hold support above our 13 EMA. And maybe get these bullish crosses that'll happen here as well on our 4 hour. So y'all, if y'all are brand new to this channel, please go ahead and sign up for the newsletter. I send out a newsletter probably about every 2 weeks or so, and try and stay consistent with it as well. But if you are not a Patreon member and you're not getting all the Patreon posts that I post, then this is another good way to keep up to date with what I have going on, and also maybe get some of those private videos that I share only with my Patreon members as well. But yeah, I plan on sending something out here pretty soon. Just a little heads up on some things maybe happening by the end of March, going on into April. So keep a lookout for that as well. I do giveaways every once in a while, so make sure you're signed up. You can qualify for the giveaways if you'd like. You just fill out your YouTube name, Discord name, and email. It's just an easy way for me to get back in touch with you if you do end up winning. So I'm going to do a giveaway probably at 5,000 subs. We'll see what it is, whether it's some crypto or maybe some cold storage devices. We'll see what I decide to do. But I'm thinking it's probably going to be crypto just because of the shipping. A lot of my subscribers are overseas too as well, and so don't want to have to worry about that too much. But also, if y'all aren't a Patreon member, I have about 3 spots left right now in the current tier, so 3 spots left, and that will allow you to access my Patreon page, the private Discord group to get my signal trades, my ins and outs of the market, also custom or your altcoin charts that I do every once in a while. So y'all can communicate with me, let me know what charts you want to see, and I'll make private videos on those as well. And then also you get my custom setups for my indicators. So you get my custom Aldo EMA indicator, as well as my custom Wells buy sell signal indicator. All that in the Patreon page as well. So go ahead and get signed up for that. There's 3 more spots left, and then prices will be going up after that. So just a heads up. So let's take a look at our 6 hour here. We're going to take a look into our 6 hours, see what's happening. Money flow starting to round off here, maybe moving into that greenish area. So I really want to see how our 4 hour plays out, especially with this doji that's happening right here. So maybe going into some of our smaller time frames, our 1 hour, seeing if we do find support, maybe at our 21. And I think it was our 15 minute, if I'm not mistaken. Is that our 15 minute or 2 hour? our 2 hour. So our 2 hour, seeing if we come down and retest support at that 200 EMA, and if we find the 200 EMA support on our 2 hour, then I would definitely feel a little bit more bullish here too. But going back into our 6 hour, we can see that we're still in a nice little uptrend here, getting a little bit of resistance at our 100 EMA, so maybe some sideways movement before we get the volume that pushes us back up a little bit higher. So you can see that our money flow is starting to round off a little bit here. We're probably going to have a little bit of consolidation based on a red dot that might appear on our 6 hour as well. Our 8 hour, also money flow kind of rounding off just a tad bit, moving us into that possibly green territory here pretty soon. So it has me a little bit more bullish at the moment. Honestly, I was bearish until we got this recent pump. So this recent pump here, had me a little bit more bullish than not. So I will decide whether or not I have another good entry point anytime soon, and I'll keep my VIP members up to date on what I decide from here on out. Let's see if we move into our 12 hours. So we did have our buy signal there, and we had our buy signal on the 12 hour as well too, which gives me a little bit more indication of a bullish sign as well. Money flow still rounding just a tad bit here. No red dot just yet, but I would imagine that if we have a red dot on our 6 hour or our 8 hour, that we'll start to see a little bit of sideways movement. And then as y'all can see, I've drawn a parabolic line here just to indicate that, if we continue to follow this parabola out, that we'll start to see a little bit more bullishness from Bitcoin, maybe indicating that we could possibly, so I don't, just trying to draw it out a little bit better for y'all. but yeah, so I think that if Bitcoin holds support here, even on this trend line that I've drawn, this ascending trend line, that it's a little bit more bullishness for BTC at the moment. And I think that's just based on people unsure of what is a healthy asset to get into. Stock market is crashing, and I think that this is probably the beginning phase of the decoupling. So I think that the decoupling of Bitcoin will eventually happen. It's the beginning phase of it possibly right now. We could still see some more dumps into the market based on what the stock market is deciding to do. They're going to try and inject as much money into the stock market and maybe even into Bitcoin to keep it afloat for right now. I think that as the stock market gets the money injected into it, people are probably going to want to pull everything out, either go into cash, gold and silver, or cryptocurrency. So we can expect probably a rise within gold and silver. I know silver's at like a generation low right now too, and I've been thinking about accumulating a little bit more silver at the moment as well. Hard silver, stuff that's tangible. So, not your keys, not your coins, right? So make sure that you have your ledger and that you are holding it off of exchanges once you've purchased it as well too, if you're not trading with it. So, and y'all can join the Discord group. The Discord group is free to join. The Patreon channel in there is private though. You need to you get signed up through Patreon in order to access that channel, and I'll basically just ask what your Discord name is and give you the access to that channel once you've joined. Also, the Telegram group is free to join. I give y'all updates in there every once in a while on what the charts are telling me, and then also just announcements with things I have going on too as well. And then you can upgrade your Pro Plus plan if you have TradingView. I'd used the Pro Plus plan for a little while, but then I also just upgraded to the premium plan. So these prices here, it's pretty expensive for the most part, but I have figured out a tip and trick that I just recently gave my Patreon members. I'll probably also give that tip and trick to my newsletter subscribers as well, since they've been been signing up for it. And if you're here watching this video, then you're in support of the channel, and I appreciate it. So the tip and trick is actually available for anyone, even if you already have a plan. Let's say you already have the Pro Plus plan. Once you use this tip and trick, they'll give you 50% off of the yearly price or the monthly price as well. Same goes with the premium. You can actually get maybe even 60% off on your premium plan if you use this tip and trick that I'm going to share with y'all eventually. I've already shared it with my Patreon members. So if y'all are really interested in it, y'all can come join the Patreon group, but I might get around to sharing it with the newsletter subscribers later on. So feel free to upgrade using that link in the description box. And then also, I was going to show y'all what I've been working on too as well. I've been working on a 3 commas bot right now. So recently with my upgrade to the premium plan on TradingView, I also went to go check out the 3 commas page because I've been hearing a lot about it, and it's been one of those things that's been on my mind. But now 3 commas is giving 50% off special right now. So if y'all want to sign up with the link in the description box, y'all can get 50% off as of right now. And this will allow me to make a bot for Bybit, my leverage exchange that I use, or whatever exchange you want to use, you can make a bot for it based on your TradingView indicators. So very, very cool. I will be updating my Patreon members with the settings that I'm going to be using for my bot. And right now, my past 3 trades have all been in profit, and my current trade that the bot is running is in profit right now too as well. Let me see how much I'm at 100% profit in my trading bot right now. So the bot that I share with my Patreon members, I'm super excited to share it with y'all. I've been in 100% profit since last night, so that's pretty freaking amazing. And I'll be sure to share that with everyone once I've done all the back testing for it as well. If you are not interested in trading at all and you just want to buy and hodl your crypto, I'd recommend buying a Ledger Nano X or S. Right now, I think Ledger is giving a free Nano S away when you purchase a Ledger Nano X. So use that link in the description box and you can get a free Ledger Nano S with your Ledger Nano X purchase. And we use Bybit on my channel, so and also in my Patreon page. I know Bybit the best. I know the platform the best. I know how to navigate it the best. So this is what I prefer to use. Everyone has their own preferences as well too. If you're brand new at leverage trading, I'd recommend using the testnet first. And in order to do that, get signed up with the link in the description box and then ask customer support how to access the testnet. It's like a 2-step process. You just want to make sure that you're a profitable trader with your algorithm. And even if you're following my trades, you can use a testnet if you'd like, just to better gain knowledge about what is what on the platform. So what is a limit order, market order, how to ladder your orders, how to use proper risk management and not over leverage, right? I honestly don't even use more than maybe 5x leverage. I don't even recommend anything over 5x, to be honest. So that's just the case there. But feel free to check out that link in the description box. Go ahead and get signed up for Bybit and get access to that testnet and try it out. Then also, if you are a USA citizen, I use Prime XBT to also, you can leverage trade gold and silver, S&P 500, stock markets and stuff. So right now would be a great time to get in there and short the stock market. I mean, because I honestly feel that it's gonna be downwards hill from here, and there might be money injections every once in a while, but honestly, it's like trying to patch the Titanic after it's crashed into a big iceberg, and it's literally a sinking ship right now. So but that's why we're here on Crypto Takeover channel, and y'all are into crypto basically. So all right, let's take a look at our 21 hour. So our 21 hour, we did get a buy signal here, and this was also kept me bullish too as well. Money flow is rounding just a little bit. It's still pretty nicely in the red there, but we are seeing a nice little parabola here on our blue cipher wave. And then also we have a blue triangle indicating a trend reversal happening. So based on this, that's pretty bullish to me as well. Why I was still in a short. So, I mean, not in a short, sorry, I was in a long position as well. So yeah, super cool. I'm glad that y'all are still here. If you're still here sticking around to the daily charts, I'm super proud of y'all. Go ahead and comment below and comment takeover down at the bottom if y'all are still here right now looking at the 12-hour chart or looking at the 21-hour chart with me. And let's go into our daily chart. Daily chart, we had this buy signal way down here. Let me readjust that. So we had this buy signal way down here at the bottom. And so this buy signal was a good indication of a reversal. So what I was curious about is how long this was going to play out for at the bottom here, this bottom range at about 5K. How long we were going to be sitting there, and it doesn't look like we were sitting there for that long. So some nice buying power by people that truly believe in the crypto markets, and I'm proud of crypto just trying to make a recovery here, and it's good. So I encourage all my Patreon members to DCA in. I give them 2 of my favorite altcoins that I'm in heavy accumulation of, and one that you can honestly just buy on Coinbase and have your wallet take money out every single week or month or however you want to do it to DCA and into these markets, because we know the overall bullish sentiment of this going into the rest of this year and to 2021 as well. You know, we could have some drawbacks, and I think that 2020 is going to be the year to compound your interest and start learning how to trade, at least, because we're going to have probably some pretty big fluctuations in the market, just given the uncertainty of everything. But you know, DCAing is you want to make sure that you're also doing that in the background too as well, along with if you're wanting to learn how to trade, learning how to trade. So we can see on our 1 day here, our blue cipher wave is also still moving up. We are getting a little bit of a peak into that green money flow right now as well. So what I'm kind of curious to see is that is this green money flow going to keep trending up, you know, past our last point of where the green money flow was, or is it just going to be a nice little round curve and then just send us back down into that red? That's what I'm kind of curious about, what's going to happen here. And then based on some of our higher time frames, you know, it's going to be like yeah, okay, what's happening here? So our 2 day also had a nice little buy signal there on our 2 day. Excuse me, y'all, sorry. So based on this big green dot that was down here on our 2 day as well, money flow starting to move back into that greenish area for the most part. So another little bullish sign there. Our 3 day has a green dot down here. Money flow starting to move to the upside just a tad bit. We have our 3 day buy signal here as well. And then our 5 day. 5 day also, money flow is kind of rounding money flow is rounding into the red. But I did want to go back here to see when our last time that we were kind of peeking into the red, but we didn't quite get that full red structure. So here and then here, you know, and as we start to move into these higher time frames, we just can't ignore this at all, is that our money flow is starting to round off into that reddish area. So, you know, if we were to take a long position, I would want my long positions to be pretty quick scalps, to be honest. I wouldn't want to sit in them. I wouldn't want to sit in them for a very long period of time. I would recommend very short scalps, to say the least. Is our safest bet right now, because we could see our consolidation based on you know, our really higher time frames. It could be from, you know, 6.5 to, you know, all the way up to, you know, maybe 10K. You know, we could have those 50 swing moves just based on these higher time frames that are not in confluence at all with our lower time frames just yet. So I think that as we start to see this, like we're gonna have, you know, pretty major swings, and we're gonna have to try and look at some of our lower time frames to decide, okay, where are these big swings gonna happen at? Because we still have our highest time frames right now, from our 5 day all the way to our monthly time frames, that are still out of confluence with our lower time frames right now. So we're just gonna have to really keep an eye on it and see what is the possible outcome there. So based on our 6 day, you know, our 5 day is still kind of rounding just a tad bit, and then our 6 day on our cipher B at least, and then our 6 day is also you know, kind of still wants to make a little bit downwards movement, but maybe putting in a nice little trigger wave for us here as well. I did want to go back to see, you know, some of these death crosses that are happening here. So looks like we are finding support on our 21 EMA. Did want to go back to our 12-hour as well. Yeah, it kind of looks like, you know, we're starting to get some more bullish crosses here, even on our 12-hour. So that's definitely a good sign for us. Yeah, I just want to see what was crossing here on our 13 and our 21, our 12-hour. Yeah, so if we start to see these crosses here on our 12-hour and our 21, like the 13 and the 21, that's going to be another bullish sign for us as well. Our 2 day all the way up into our 5 day. Yeah. So as we start to get up into here, this is where some of the death crosses are happening that we'll just have to keep an eye on. And then as we go into our weekly time frame, you know, still some death crosses here, but we could come back up and pump before these death crosses actually happen. And our 21 day is currently about to cross Oh, we still have a little ways away before this crosses, but that's why I think a quick pump to the upside would be reasonable, and then a nice little short back to the downside would be reasonable too as well. So I think that we could probably indicate that if we pump up a little bit higher, that we're going to have to just, and if we decide to get in on a trade with it, we're going to have to probably not stay in it for too long. And then we could see maybe low 7K, possibly high 7K, and then continue further down from there. Let's go into our 2 week. Yeah, so I would definitely think that 1,000-point volatility moves are happening right now. They're going to be happening. Our 2 week is also moving into that red money flow there. It's a little bit heavier of a red money flow than I expected, to be honest, because we're right about here. And that's more of a red money flow than we've seen, you know, way back here in our bear markets also. Our monthly time frame also kind of showing us that there. So yeah, I'm super excited about the 3 commas bot that I'll be coming up with as well. So I can't wait to show y'all, or my Patreon members, to show them that at least. And then Brave Browser, I use Brave Browser to browse the web. I get paid out in BAT token every single month by browsing the web using the Brave Browser. So it's super convenient, super lightweight. It doesn't give you those annoying Google ads. It just has Brave ads that pop up in the bottom right hand corner. You can click on them if you want. If you don't even want to see those, you can opt out of clicking or earning rewards with the Brave Browser as well. But go check out the Brave Browser. It's definitely the browser of the future for sure. And then CryptoTab browser allows you to mine Bitcoin straight from your web browser. So feel free to check out that link in the description box. I'll show y'all that I've been accumulating BTC using 2 other laptops that I have this browser running on. You can also run it on your phone or tablet, downloading the app. So I believe it's in the Apple Store as well too. And you just leave it running on your phone, and it mines Bitcoin for you as a background process. So super cool. Check it out and let me know what y'all think. Link in the description box. Then also follow me on Instagram and Twitter if these will load up. Awesome. So cool stuff here. So glad that everyone has joined me here on Crypto Takeover. I appreciate everyone's support, all the views, all the likes. You know, comment. Let me know how y'all are doing. So monthly time frame. You know, body is kind of closing below our 21 as well, indicating a little bit of bearish significance, but I think that 1,000-point moves are definitely going to be in the picture for us sooner or later. And then our 3-month chart time frame, you know, if we close below by the end of this month, what is our time frame? 6,200. If we close below 6,200 by the end of this month, that's going to be pretty bearish for us. So honestly, I feel like we could stay above this by the end of the month though. I feel like we could stay above this by the end of the month, 6,200 area, and going into April, have maybe like a little bit of a bullish April, to be honest, but really high fluctuations as well. You know, 1,000-point moves, wicks, you know, death wicks, Darth Maul wicks. I could definitely see that happening. So very cautious trading for sure, not over leveraging, but to just be safe, we want to make sure that we can get in and out of the market pretty quickly with a lot of these moves that might be happening in the next couple of months. All right, y'all. So with that being said, we'll take a look at our 12. We'll just leave it on our 3-month. With that being said, y'all, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming back. This has been Crypto Takeover, coming back with another video again. I make a video every single day on Bitcoin. So go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way y'all can be updated tomorrow when I make a video. I'll see y'all then. CTO signing out.